What is the most effective yet safe way to properly disinfect grooming tools, tack, water troughs, feed buckets, etc.? Also, how often do you recommend disinfecting? This is a great question.
We get a lot too.
Why? And we should all be doing it. We're probably more than we should be.
You may be surprised at my answer.
Oh, okay. But also, fun fact,
Okay.
This is Megan's 5th win, including 3 months in a row that she's had a question answered.
Nice.
Megan knows how to get her questions
I wonder
voted
if she's
in.
stacking up her gift certificates or like buying something each
Oh,
time.
like a big shopping spree right around holiday season? Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Congrats, Megan.
Good, and they're good questions. So before I get into this and forget, I want to give you guys a great resource. It's the Equine Disease Communication Center, and we'll put the link up on there. But there's a whole page on there about disinfection, biosecurity.
Biosecurity?
Yeah, and I'll read the definition of biosecurity.
It sounds very scary.
It's defined as procedures intended to protect humans and/or animals against disease or harmful biologic agents, and includes things like quarantining new arrivals, isolating sick horses, and practicing good hygiene on and off the farm. So that's biosecurity. And vets are trained in this.
Okay.
That's one of the courses we take in vet school is biosecurity. So your vet will know how to clean and disinfect. And you'll notice that a veterinarian will always say clean and disinfect. We never use the word disinfect alone. And there's a reason for that. The reason is disinfectants are inactivated, most of them, in the presence of organic matter. So a disinfectant that a human hospital might use might not work at all on the farm because organic material is feces, urine, it's blood, it's any kind of discharge. Like
Basically anything that's at the barn.
Yeah, anything that comes like out of or off your horse will render the disinfectant inactive, ineffective. So you have to clean first. And here's the cool thing, and I learned this again in vet school from Dr. Gordon Baker. Thank you, Dr. Baker. That just good old soap is a great way to reduce the bacteria.
Just regular soap.
Yeah, and back in my day, we just had soap. Now we have antibacterial soap, which is, to a veterinarian, is a little bit of an oxymoron because all soap is antibacterial.
You mean it's just like a marketing term?
Maybe. So when you clean with soap, and you can use soap, if you're going to follow up with a disinfectant, you would use something called detergent, and they're related but different enough to be important. But when you clean with soap or detergent, it removes or kills 90% of the bacteria.
Wow.
So you only have 10% left.
Oh, small.
Disinfectants only get 6 to 7% of the remaining amount.
Okay, so you still got a couple percentages left.
Yeah, because you're not sterilizing, and you can never sterilize a barn, right? It's just the surfaces are too porous for that. You can't even sterilize, if it's steel or plastic or concrete. I mean, they're just too porous. They may not look like it to the human eye, but the bacteria is so small. So cleaning is really the best thing, and I would say, I mean, good old elbow grease, is clean stuff more regularly than you are doing, and maybe don't worry about disinfecting maybe once a year, maybe just after there's an outbreak of something.
Really?
Because here's the reason. Disinfectants are organism specific. So let's say bleach, very common. It's cheap. You can get it at the grocery store. Everybody knows how to use bleach. I mean, you should always read the label, but that's pretty common stuff. But it's probably the worst at retaining its effectiveness in the presence of organic matter.
Okay.
So as soon as there's any sort of, manure, it doesn't work anymore.
So that's like
useless. Yeah, it's a waste of money, waste of time, and it gives you sort of a false sense of security. So cleaning is really the best thing. Now, management practices, this is part of biosecurity, are really where you should spend your time and energy. So management practices are, shock of all shocks, the best thing you can do, wash your hands. I know, everyone's taking
mind blown.
The best you can do is wash your hands or use a hand sanitizer. not allow visitors to go from horse to horse.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know you're waiting for this word. Fomite.
Oh, yes.
Fomite is when an inanimate object, like my clipboard,
Yeah.
if I go from stall to stall and set it down and pick it up and then take it to the next stall and set it down, this then has picked up germs, pathogens, bacteria,
Carrying it everywhere.
and I'm putting it in each stall. Fomites can be hoses. I went to a show once and I had a friend to come and she's like, oh, I'll fill up his water bucket. And I turn around and there was music from a horror movie as I see her with the community facility hose in Newman's bucket. You can imagine
the look on your face, probably.
Oh, I think I tackled her. Oh, we're no longer friends. But that's just no. So it's interesting to watch like a veterinarian set their stall up at a show.
Oh, I can only imagine what your stall looks like.
No, you'd be shocked. It's clean.
Yeah.
And it is, I do not share equipment. Like if there's a water trough at a show facility,
Yeah.
I could let my horse near it. What? He doesn't, I don't walk up and down the shed row and see a horse and go, oh, let's smell noses. No. So it's biosecurity in all things. I think if you put your energy towards that versus disinfecting, because to disinfect, you have to know what you're disinfecting against.
Yeah.
So it's great after a strangles outbreak, during or after an influenza outbreak, or if herpes virus goes through your barn.
Because you know what disinfectant to use.
Exactly. And don't forget, your vet knows what disinfectant to use because we classify bugs as like gram-positive, gram-negative, enveloped viruses, non-enveloped, and your disinfectants will all say on there, kills gram-positive bacteria, like a strep.
Okay.
That has strangles. Okay, so if it kills the gram-positive bacteria, I'll recommend that.
Okay.
So ask your vet because they know all these things, and they'll probably tell you, if you want to disinfect, great, but there's lots of other things you can do. Don't forget this. Important things are, after you clean, let something sit in the sun. In fact, pick a day that's a bright sunny day because sunlight, UV light, is one of the best disinfectants, and it's free.
That's what we all love because
I know.
horses are expensive.
And you may need to rinse, and air drying is super good too because when something air dries, the bacteria, the cell wall, will, you can imagine if something has water sucked out of it, it dies. I mean, the bacteria cell will die if it's allowed to air dry.
We're going to see people's barns now have stuff laid out all across the front of it.
When I clean my brushes, I don't disinfect them. I just clean them, and then I lay them out in the sun. I watch the forecast. I wait for 2 sunny days in a row,
Yep.
and I lay them out in the sun.
Doesn't get much easier than that.
That's how I disinfect.
Who doesn't love that? So just more about general being clean around the barn, cleaning up after yourself, and only
Being
disinfecting around if there's an outbreak of some sort.
If there's an outbreak, or if you want to do, I'm not going to discourage you from doing it, but all disinfectants are toxic. They cost money. You have to do them correctly, like dilute them correctly. You have to read the label as far as they might not even be compatible with the detergent you used. If you use the wrong detergent, like the soap is a cation and the disinfectant's an anion, it doesn't work. It's ineffective.
But you feel good about it. It doesn't do anything.
But then it's a false sense of security. So I think keeping stuff clean is the way to go.
And don't let them share that water trough.
Yeah, no, do not put hoses in the water buckets. Oh.